this is where it starts to get exciting. This is the first load. It may look like nothing. It may look like just a few pallets or whatever. And it is. It's a full load of pallets, and there's more to come. These are going to be taken apart and used for many, many things within these cabins in the vision of what God has given me to do. It's something I've always wanted to do in a design inside of cabins, and it's now fitting into God's vision for me. The very fact that this happened at all, and who helped load them, and how all this worked, and why I have them in the first place, all this worked out in God's divine wisdom, in His plan, in restoration of relationships, in newness of other relationships and excitement, and all this. There's just so much that I can't even describe, but I want to show you that this is happening. I want to show you that what God has shown you will happen. I want to show you that as soon as you say yes, everything else breaks free and starts taking form, starts to happen, starts to take place. So the things that you're scared to believe in, don't be. Fear is torment. God is perfect peace. If we are in His perfect will, we will be in a place of peace no matter what is happening. But as long as we're running from God, and as long as we're going the other way, that is where the torment is. And we can't do that. I know it's easier to stay with familiar. I know it's easier to hold back. I Jonah'd a long time on this project. I went the other way. There was things I didn't like about the location. There was things I didn't like about wanting to have to do it. I didn't want to do it. Let's just be honest. I didn't want to do it. Jonah didn't want to go to Nineveh. He didn't want to go preach the gospel to them. He didn't like them in Nineveh. I mean, let's just be straight up honest about this. There were things I didn't want to do. But do we ever want to do what God calls us to do? Not always. How many preachers have you heard say, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to get up in front of people. I couldn't read. There's all kinds of things. But see, God knows deep inside of us what the gifts truly are. He knows who He has created us to be. He knows what our calling is. He knows what we can and cannot do. He knows deep down what we are super good at, because He's placed those desires in there. He's placed those skills in there. And He knows what will come to fruition and what we will thoroughly enjoy. The blessings that are going to abound just from obeying what He has asked us to do. So to you, I say, as you watch this video, know that all things are truly possible with God. There is nothing impossible with Him. He has said this both ways in the Bible. So whichever verse you want to choose there, it has the same result. If we are obedient to Him, to what He says, to His words, life is so much better. It's not going to be without battles. It's not going to be without things that we have to fight. It's not going to be without the darts, the arrows, the flaming arrows of the enemy coming against us. But that's okay, because He is our armor. He is our one that goes before us. He is our victory. We're fighting from a place of victory. We can't forget that we are fighting from a place of victory. And if we wrap our mind around the vision, if we wrap our mind around the promise, if we wrap our mind around the victory, what can go wrong? What can harm us? We're not depending on our own selves anyway. We're not depending on our own power. We just have to trust in God. So let's do that and go forward instead of going in circles around the same mountain that is stopping us over and over and over and over. We have to take steps forward. We have to be doers of the word, not just hearers of the word. And we certainly can't operate in fear. We have to operate in faith, knowing that we know that we know that we know that we've heard God and that He does have a good plan for us. He will take care of us. And here's the deal. He's wanting to take care of so many others through us. Let's not deprive them of what God has for them. Thank you for watching. This is awesome. Click subscribe and you can hear the rest of the story as this unfolds. See the progress. There's lots of construction to come. And there's lots of goodness, mercy, deliverance, salvation, restoration, blessings, healings, all kinds of good things God has in store. Know that. Be blessed this day. Thank you for watching.